I think that team speed and that team physicalness, you just can't practice. I knew if we got officials who allowed the game to play that way, they did a good job, so it's not a criticism of the officiating. It's more of I knew if we got officials that would allow it to be a little more physical, we would have to grind through some more possessions. I thought there when we came out in the third quarter, we did that. We grinded through a couple possessions. We got deep into the shot clock and were able to capitalize and make some baskets and end up giving us a 6 or 8 point lead. And then conversely, when we stopped getting to those deep possessions, we started to rush some things. We started leaving our point guard out to dry. I thought we left him out to dry a little bit more than we should have, and it created a little bit more pressure. They got some easy baskets because of it, and then mentally we kind of ran out of gas there for a few minutes, and they went on a nice little run that we had to dig ourselves out of, and unfortunately it was too short of time.
Only 5 threes tonight. Were they quick enough to deny that? I mean, you guys moved the ball around pretty quickly, as I've seen you in the past, to make that shot available, but was it just not available tonight?
They were. It wasn't as much. Their team speed means they don't have to help as much. We're not getting into the lane as much. Plus I thought early on we weren't as crisp with our passing as I would have liked to be, so that really caused a little bit of an issue there. And once we did it, we ended up getting some open looks and running some sets to get some looks, and then it was a matter of knocking them down. And I don't know if that had a lot to do with their team speed or not, but unfortunately we didn't shoot as well as we could have.
Nobody likes losing, right? But is this a good lesson for them?
It is. I mean, I think it's non-league, which helps us, and I think it puts us back in. And I say every time, if you're going to play, if you want to be one of the best, you got to play the best. And I think tonight, New Mission, my hat's off to them. That's a great team, well coached. They do a lot of things well, and I think they proved why they're a top team in the state tonight. And they're different. They're a different dynamic than we see all year. And I hope that when we get an opportunity to play someone like them again, we'll be better prepared to handle that type of pressure.
What do you know about the development of Brendan Hill? I know he's been a dynamic guy for you last year and obviously this year. What have you seen his development? It seems like he really cleans up on boards yesterday and today. Goes at a guy yesterday, 4 inches his superior, and goes right at him. Just what has he developed on the most?
I think it's just his ability to play as a member of the unit and offer positive contributions even while everyone else is struggling. I mean, the first quarter, we had 4 guys making adjustments on how the speed and the physical of the game, and he comes out and scores 13, and just tough baskets and finding a way to get to the rim and things like that. I think this next step, he's got to develop the ability to play with pressure. In the second half, they came out. They were still playing man, but his man was really overplaying, and he's got to learn how to find ways to score in those situations. But I mean, his game sense and his ability to play inside and out and develop the pass, he's outstanding in that regard.
Coach McCauley was pretty high praising you guys. He said you're the best coach in the state. He said if you guys had 5 minutes, you would be the most competitive team in the state. So maybe that's a statement of just how you guys just play complete, are able to fit into multiple spots on the floor. How do you go about teaching that?
I take that as a great compliment, but I think it's it's one of those things that we prepare every day as hard as we can. We try to maximize what we have on the floor, and we hold people accountable, and then we try to give guys their roles and try to make sure that everyone fits into the piece of the puzzle that's going to put us over the top and make us a quality team. But it helps that I've gotten good basketball players. When guys come in and they get to me and they can make shots and they can dribble and they can catch passes and play defense, that's someone else that taught them long before me. I just get to be the beneficiary of it.
Yeah. Backdoor screens are obviously a big part of what you guys do too. What did you see? Looks like they adjusted to that pretty well. What did you see from that?
I didn't think we ran them as crisp and hard as we would like. I mean, we're still in early season mode. Usually later in the year those become more crisp and more sharp, and we are dealing with we still got a lot of sophomores playing, so it's getting those cuts to where they have a purpose is something that we really got to get better at, especially against a team like this, because if we could have got a few more back cuts and back screens and scored some easier baskets off of making their team make a different adjustment, I think the game would have been a lot easier for us offensively, which today was not an easy match by all means.